I think the weekends are a trap. And I say this because everybody, once the weekend hits, they want to just relax and have fun. And I get it. Like, you need a break. You worked hard during the week. But you don't want to totally check out. And I really think this is dangerous. And what causes a lot of people to be in a lifestyle of complacency is they just shut off during the weekend. They don't do anything that contributes to their greater goal, or they don't do things that are good for them. They indulge and they do things that, give them pleasure, which is fine. But then by the time Monday comes, it's like their productivity levels are zero, and then somehow they have to bring it up to 100 out of nowhere, all of a sudden. And when you're in the mental state of not wanting to work and not working at all, and then you have to go to totally mentally alert and working, it takes a lot of energy and it's exhausting and it's honestly daunting. You're like, fuck, like where am I gonna get all this energy from? But people don't just keep momentum going into the weekend. Like they don't keep any sort of structure in their routine during the weekend. But you can avoid that 0 to 100 if you only decrease your productivity a little during the weekend instead of all the way down to zero. Now, I fell victim to that too. Like I was always thinking that the weekend was time for me, that I could just like slack off and not do anything because it's the weekend, right? What else are you supposed to do? But no, like, I find my time to relax. And tonight I did have I like slacked on my diet. I had hot pot, and I would usually never give myself that during the week. But this week was pretty monotonous for me, and I did, like, even going to the gym was hard. And so I just needed the time where I could just reset. And I did that tonight. But that doesn't mean during the weekend I'm just gonna slack and I'm not gonna do anything for myself. I'm still gonna keep my routine. I'm still gonna run, I'm still gonna go to the gym, I'm still gonna work on my business. Some people don't do any of that stuff during the weekend because it's just time for fun. And that's where it gets you. Weekend, I don't think weekend should be like full work. I also don't think weekend should be full fun. It should be somewhere in a little bit in the middle. And if you really are like committed to your goals, those 2 days are valuable, and you're gonna wanna, at least do something productive with them. Have fun on your weekend. Like, of course, you deserve it, especially if you're working so hard during the week. Give yourself a break. I think breaks are needed. It's normal, but don't shut off completely. I think there are times where you can have like your work completely out of your mind, but then there are some times where you should be thinking about it. It's like if you really do care about it, then it should be on your mind, naturally. I was just thinking a lot about the weekends that I've had, and I've kind of wasted a lot of them away, not working on stuff. But not this weekend. I had my fun today. It was good. It's time to get back on track a little bit and do the things that are good for me. So, speaking of things that are good for me, sleep is good for me.